Good morning. In this Canvas tutorial video, I will walk you through the process of understanding how the Student Canvas app works. Now you'll notice in the very next video, I make them mention that we'll be encouraging our students to be using the Safari kind of functionality of things. I was able to do some tweaking within the app, working with Canvas, and I was able to get the student app working the way I would like it to work. So kind of disregard that. Students are still encouraged, are still able to use Safari, but when they're in the classroom using Canvas, I would encourage you to have them use the student app, because it just keeps a little bit more, you're able to like lock them into the app and be able to use kind of different functionalities within that. So it just makes things easier. So I'm going to kind of walk you through the app itself. I've got a screen recording here of the Canvas student app that I created. You can see here that's where the app looks, just calls Canvas student, opens it up. Students will log in the same type of information using their student email address and student ID or ID password. You'll also notice they'll have to search for the school. Just have them put in Montverde Academy and select the option, teacher student. So I'm going to go ahead and play through this. You'll see the listing of their classes here. One of the nice features of it, they can have their grade shown. All I did was tap on the three little lines and it will show their current grade within the class of that particular class. Next thing is the files. Okay, they can go in, add a file. These are more for their records more than anything. This is not how they submitted assignment. I'll show you how to do that. Now I'm going to go ahead and select on one of the classes itself. Kind of speed ahead there a little bit. Those are the setting options, and I'm going to go ahead and click on the class. It takes you to the same landing page that we have. This is their main home page. Announcements, I've gone ahead and clicked on that. You can see announcement that you've already read for the PD class. Their assignments, listing of all their different assignments for all grading periods. Now again, this will be able to be differentiated because this is not associated with a particular grading period like their normal live class would be. You'll be able to differentiate between the different periods. And this is their discussions. Again, all those are pinned discussions, meaning those are discussions that are specifically designed specifically designed in a way that you want students to be able to see them at all times. That's a pinned discussion. Now, a discussion that's only used for maybe the moment, that wouldn't necessarily be a pinned discussion. Going on to the next part here. Their grades, you can see all their different assignments. Again, all grading periods here. This will be able to be, kind of streamlined there because this is a class that's not in a specific grading period. And we're kind of speed ahead here just a little bit, and then going back to the front page. This is the different pages. If there was different pages, for example, if you make a page for your particular unit, you see them all listed here. And also students will be able to see like your lesson plans page once in a live class. Syllabus, I don't have a syllabus uploaded for this particular PD course, but if you did, it would be all there. And then your quizzes. So we'll get into actually taking a quiz. You'll actually do this. Taking a quiz, you can either use your app, and it's just basically an online survey for them. So when it comes to completing a quiz, we want them to use the app. It makes it far, far easier. Different modules, same sort of thing there, very self-explanatory. I'm going to go ahead. Now the big thing that plays a big role in this is obviously submitting assignments. Now we've already talked about how to create the different assignments when it comes to the submission aspects of Canvas, but if you wanted them to simply create a text-based entry where they would type in the information themselves, they don't need a Word document, a file, a PDF, or any sort, you can set that option, and you've already learned how to do that. The tricky part, and it's not even tricky at all, is for example, uploading a Word document. The process is completely self-explanatory, very, very simple when it comes to uploading a file. So part of your assignment is for you to create a Word document with a message in it and appropriate file name, and then to turn it in. So this is what I'm going to do here. This is the assignment that I've already turned in multiple times here. The example grading assignment. This example grading assignment is a turn it in assignment. So it will check it plagiarism wise. It will definitely check it. So you can see it all looks the same. All right. So I'm going to go out of this. I'm going to go to my Word document. I'm going to go to my Word app, and I'm going to create a new file. Now again, we're encouraging students to save everything in their OneDrive, but it's not a requirement. I would use it just in case their tablet dies, but feel it's not a necessity as it was with Schoology. So I'm going to go create a brand new file. I'm going to type in a little message here. Hello, Canvas. Same again, something incredibly simple. It doesn't have to be fancy or anything. I'm going to skip ahead here just a little bit there. Now what I'm going to also do is I'm going to back out and I'm going to save this document. Now I'm saving it in my OneDrive, but encourage your students to do the same. Saving it to your tablet can really cause a lot of problems because if their tablet dies, they'll lose all their files. So I'm going to go ahead and name an appropriate. Usually I tell the students to try to be specific, the whole Hello Canvas assignment. I'm going to skip ahead there from Mr. Clapper. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into that file. Okay, and the only reason I went back and forth is because I wanted to save it. Now you can save a copy of this and do it a different way. It doesn't matter. I saved it that way. Now what I want to do now is I want to send a copy of this. And I'm going to send it to, you probably have already guessed, to Canvas. Okay. Find the copy to student. Now you'll see there, and I'm going to pause it real quick. I'm going to pause it. Hello Canvas, Mr. Clapper Doc. Is now ready to submit assignments. So the really easy part here is now that I'm already in the app, I can go to turn it in again, or it would be like submission, and then you'll see file upload at the bottom. I'll go back there again. Scroll back. So I went to turn it in again. Now again, if this was the first time I submitted, it would just be upload submission or submission, and then it will pop down at the bottom file upload. You'll notice here is that there's import from camera will be the first option, and then the most recent file that you uploaded, you'll scroll over to the you'll scroll left to pull up the thing on the right. There's my assignment. Okay, now something you need to know: once I upload this to my assignment, this file will no longer be in this selection. So the nice thing is the kids won't have to scroll through pages and pages of submission. Once they upload it once, the only option they'll have once they send it to Canvas, or I should say, that option will now disappear once it's submitted one time. If they go back and have to do it for another class, that'll be the first option here. So again, it's going to be very, very nice for students that they don't have to go through all their assignments and all their different submissions to find it. I'm going to click on this one here. Click on the little button right here at the bottom. It's going to highlight it. Now I can submit multiples, and then in the upper right-hand corner, I'm going to hit submit. And you can see the arrow, it goes by very, very quickly, and there's my most recent submission. I'm sorry, my most recent submission will be at the top, my most recent. Now, that's all you have to do. Now, for your assignment, do the same sort of thing. Within this assignment, becoming a student, create a Word document, put a little message in there, save it to the appropriate name, and then using your Canvas student app that I want you to download, I want you to log in, go to this class, and submit it using your app just to get a feel for it. Then the only thing you have to do there is honestly nothing. You don't have to submit a screenshot. I'll know that you did it through this process. So that's the entire kind of Canvas student app. And if you have any questions, please make sure to create those questions within the discussion area, and we'll address them as soon and as quickly as we can. Thank you.